Attention passionate Philadelphia Eagles fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another championship run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before we dive in, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and fellow Philadelphia Eagles fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL news cycle lately, you know that the Eagles are always at the center of some sort of drama or game-changing development, and this time is no different. The recent incident involving Jalen Carter, one of the most talented and promising young defensive stars in the league, has everyone talking. It's not just about his on-field performance, which we'll get into later, but about what this means for the Eagles' season and even the NFC East as a whole. This story has layers, folks, and it's unfolding faster than anyone could have imagined just a week ago. So sit tight, because this isn't just a minor blip, it could be a turning point. Let us rewind a bit and set the scene. The Eagles, coming off a solid season last year, have high hopes once again. Their roster is stacked, with Jalen Hurts entering his third year as the starting quarterback, looking to build on his impressive performances. The team added some key pieces in the offseason, some strategic draft picks, a couple of veteran free agents, and everything seemed to be lining up for a deep playoff run, maybe even a shot at the Super Bowl. But then, just as the NFL season kicks off, a controversy erupts that threatens to overshadow everything else. It all started during the Eagles' Week 1 game against the Dallas Cowboys. Now in football, tensions run high, especially when division rivals face off early in the season. But what happened before the game even officially began was what caught everyone's attention. It was reported that Jalen Carter, the young defensive tackle who has been hyped as a future star, got into a heated confrontation with Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. And folks, it wasn't just a verbal exchange you saw in the footage that Carter was seen spitting at Prescott from just a few inches away. Can you imagine that? It's one thing to have words on the field, but spitting. That crosses a line, and it immediately drew a flag from the officials. Carter was ejected before the game even started, which is a rare and serious penalty for such conduct. Now, Carter quickly addressed the incident after the game. He called it a mistake, one that he promises will not happen again. "It was a mistake that happened on my side, and it just won't happen again," he said, looking remorseful but also determined to move past it. "I feel bad for my teammates and the fans out there. It won't happen again. I can make that promise." That's a mature response, but the NFL doesn't just look at apologies, they look at the bigger picture. The implications for discipline and team reputation. The fact that Carter was ejected on the spot shows how serious the league takes such conduct, especially from a young player trying to establish himself. But here's the catch: after the game, more footage emerged that added an even more complicated twist to the story. Video clips showed Prescott spitting in the general direction of Carter, which raises the question, was this just a one-sided incident, or was it mutual? The NFL, as you know, operates under a strict code of conduct, and any unsportsmanlike behavior is subject to fines, suspensions, or other disciplinary actions. And now the league is in a position where they're reweighing their options. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. So what's next for Carter? Well, ESPN's Adam Schefter, one of the most reliable NFL insiders, reported that a suspension is very much on the table. And folks, this isn't just about a game or two. It's about the NFL sending a message that behavior like this, especially from a player who is trying to establish himself as a leader on the field, won't be tolerated. According to sources, a decision regarding Carter's punishment is expected to be announced on Monday, September 8th. The possibilities include a hefty fine, a suspension, or perhaps even both. It's a tough call for the league, especially considering Carter's talent and the potential impact on the Eagles' defensive line. Now, let us talk about what this means for the Eagles. It's no secret that their defense is one of the league's most formidable, anchored by Carter's explosiveness and ability to clog running lanes and pressure quarterbacks. He has been seen as a future All-Pro, a game-changer up front. Losing him, even temporarily, could weaken that front seven and give opposing offenses an edge. But at the same time, it's a test of the team's resilience and depth. The Eagles have built a roster with solid backups and veteran leadership, which means they could absorb this blow better than most teams. Still, Fans can help but worry every game, every snap, matters when you're fighting for a Super Bowl. And speaking of the season, the Eagles are right in the thick of it. Coming off a 14-3 record last year, they looked poised for another deep playoff run, possibly even better. Their offense, led by Jalen Hurts, is dynamic, and the addition of players like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith gives them a potent passing attack. On defense, they've improved their pass rush and secondary, making them one of the most balanced teams in the league. But as we all know, one mistake or controversy can ripple through the entire season. The NFC East is a tough division. Dallas, the Giants, and even Washington are always fighting tooth and nail. And this kind of incident could shift the division's power dynamics. Now, let us not forget about the broader context. The NFL has been increasingly strict with player conduct, especially after recent high-profile incidents involving respect, sportsmanship, and safety. The league wants to promote a culture of professionalism and respect on and off the field. So, Carter's case is significant not just for the immediate disciplinary action, but also for setting a precedent. Will other players think twice before crossing the line? Will this incident spark a larger conversation about player conduct and locker room culture? These are questions that NFL insiders and fans alike are pondering. Meanwhile, the Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni has been very measured in his response. He emphasized that any internal discipline will be handled within the team and that they want players to compete fiercely, but within the rules. I want these guys to play with great energy, great tenacity while doing it within the rules of the game, Sirianni said. It is clear that the team's focus is on the field, but they are also aware of the importance of maintaining their reputation and discipline. This incident, while unfortunate, could serve as a lesson for the entire team about professionalism and accountability. Now, shifting gears a bit, let us talk about Jalen Hurts. He has been one of the most talked-about quarterbacks in the league, not just for his on-field prowess, but also for his leadership qualities. Recently, Hurts sent out a rare public message about his wife, Bri Burrows, which shows a different side of him, more personal, more grounded. It is these kinds of moments that remind us that these players are human, with lives and emotions outside the game. Hurts has been a stabilizing force for the Eagles, and his maturity and focus are key to their success this season. Looking ahead, the Eagles have some big challenges on their schedule. Next Sunday, they're heading to Kansas City to face the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs. That game will be a litmus test for their resilience and ability to overcome adversity. If Carter faces suspension or any disciplinary action, it could complicate their game plan. But the Eagles are known for their depth and adaptability, so it is unlikely to derail their entire season. Still, it is a reminder of how critical every player, and every moment is in a season that is already shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory. Now let us talk about the other side of the coin. The NFC East, historically a very competitive division, is once again showing signs of being a battleground. The Cowboys, despite their rough start, have a talented roster led by Prescott, and they are eager to prove last year's playoff exit was just a fluke. The Giants, under new coaching, are showing unexpected flashes of promise, and Washington, always a wild card, is rebuilding and looking for consistency. The Eagles, of course, are the reigning champs of the division, but incidents like this Carter's situation remind us that nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. The division is wide open, and every game, every play counts double. And for the Eagles fans, this is where the season gets interesting. It is not just about wins or losses. It is about how the team responds to adversity, how young players like Carter mature, and how leadership emerges in tough times. It is about the culture that Sirianni has built, one of resilience, accountability, and relentless competitiveness. The incident with Carter might serve as a wake-up call, urging everyone to stay focused and disciplined. And it is a reminder that, while the NFL is a game of talent and strategy, it is also a game of character and integrity. In the grand scheme of things, this story about Jalen Carter and the NFL's potential disciplinary action is more than just a headline. It is a narrative about growth, accountability, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. The Eagles are no strangers to overcoming setbacks. Remember last season, when injuries and tough losses threatened to derail their playoff hopes. Yet, they rallied, showed grit, and kept pushing forward. That is the kind of resilience that defines champions, and it is what makes following this team so thrilling. As we look ahead, the Eagles are preparing for a critical stretch of games. They need to stay sharp, keep their focus, and learn from this incident. Because in the NFL, one moment can change everything. Whether Carter faces a suspension or not, it is a stark reminder that professionalism and discipline are non-negotiable at this level. And for the fans, it is a testament to the fact that every season is a roller coaster full of highs, lows, surprises, and lessons. The Eagles have a talented squad, a passionate fan base, and a coach who demands excellence. If they can turn this situation into a rallying point, they might just come out stronger and more united than ever. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What is your take on this whole situation with Jalen Carter? Do you think the NFL will suspend him? How do you believe this will impact their season? Do you trust Sirianni and the team to handle it internally? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. We re-in this together, and the best is yet to come.